Natalia! All right. Well, welcome. I'm delighted to be here with everybody today. And there's a lot of emotion that we relate with food or that's embedded in food. And if there's the number one complaint or the number one reason why people come see me is because they really struggle with breaking cravings, breaking habits. And those habits are triggered by cravings or emotions as well. Sometimes people feel they only have food cravings, but a lot of the cravings that people experience based on my work with them are emotional cravings. And sometimes people are not able to identify when it is emotional craving or food craving, and it's just a craving and it's like, oh, I just do it, I just give up, because it's just the holidays. And um, if you feel like you are stuck in a cycle of cravings. I don't know if you know about your gut brain connection and the gut brain axis. So it turns out that your intestines is pretty much one of the huge deal organs in your body. It is bigger than the skin. It is about the size of the tennis court, a tennis court, if you can picture that, and we have it all wound up. And what I see a lot in my practice, where people feel tired and brain fogged and have all these cravings and have a really hard time feeling well, whether they have autoimmune condition or inflammation or want to lose weight or just improve their blood work, is really getting into that mindset of, okay, I can do this, I want to feel well, and then go for a walk and be consistent with that, and then making healthy food choices. For sometimes people experience a little of the eating well and some of them maybe being active, but they just don't feel really motivated to continue, so that becomes habit. So what I tell them is that in order to really have control over those cravings is really identifying where these are coming from. So a lot of emotional cravings is what I deal with people. Like, is it, what are you feeling right now and what do you need? Because if we feel sad, emotions are messengers from our body telling us that we need something, we have a need that is not being met. So throughout my coming course in January, we talk about cravings, emotional cravings, and not dealing with food. With when you get a craving, I mean, it could be that you have a hankering for chocolate, but a lot of people don't acknowledge the emotional aspect of cravings. And also, that imbalance can be coming from the gut, the intestine that I was telling, the large intestine I was telling you about. That can be significantly impacted by your day-to-day choices: sleep, lack of movement, sitting a lot, no sunlight, not fresh air, not self-love or play. And what I see a lot is a lot of Candida overgrowth or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And I like to check for that in doing stool tests, so you can see what the soil, pretty much. I need you to think about your guts as the roots of a plant. So Kelly, if you're a banana plant and you live at my house, right, what would you wish I give access to your roots?
Water,
Okay, and what else do you need to be a beautiful banana plant and give good bananas?
sunlight,
Right, and what else do you need?
love.
And good soil, right? Good fertilizer and just good soil, right? So what a lot of people don't know is their daily actions and daily food choices could be really acting more like acid to those roots, which are your intestines, versus fertilizer. So I bring a lot of clarity when it comes to what are the foods that are going to help rebalance and renew this rainforest that we have here, especially addressing cravings, sweet cravings, salty cravings, and then cravings for fatty foods. So the whole goal is to again bring awareness of what are some of the cravings that are experiencing, are your needs being met, and what are those needs? Are those needs that you want to really pay attention and take a close look at and meet those other ways other than just stuffing something in your mouth just because that's what you've learned to do. So as a dietitian, I decided to become a dietitian because I struggled with food a lot when I was a teenager. had a significant eating disorder, and I did everything from the overeating and binge eating to the under eating or not eating at all. So I've hit rock bottom with food, and it was not until I really created a healthy relationship with food as medicine, food as fuel. I am a competitive tennis player, and I see food as, am I gonna be able to be out there on the tennis court for maybe 3 hours if that needs to be, or when I have 5 clients in a row and each of my sessions are an hour, am I gonna have the mental fuel to really give my undivided attention and meet that person where they're at? So I offer you clarity when it comes to rebalancing your gut with a specific protocol that a lot of people who I've treated for Candida overgrowth experience significant improvement in terms that they don't eat just because they want it. They stop and think like, is this a need or is this a want? Because that connection from the gut and the brain is no longer hijacked because this has been rebalanced. So also, if you're looking forward to make peace with food and beat those cravings, and for allow yourself to have a piece of chocolate, and not beat yourself up for having that. I feel that for a lot of people, it is about eating to live versus living to eat. So starting in January, we're gonna have group sessions of how to rebalance this gut-brain connection and how to beat those cravings so that you can live the life that you want and improve your blood work if that's something that you're struggling with, and pretty much develop sustainable habits instead of quick fix diets, because everybody knows it doesn't work. So, any questions about what I just presented?
What is the program going to be like?
Well, it's going to be 4 group classes, and there's also going to be targeted supplements for gut rebalancing, a healthy antimicrobials and antifungals to get rid of the Candida overgrowth, which can really impact a lot of the mind and the clarity. A lot of people walking around with brain fog and pain, have Candida, and some of the things that they experience, just clearer thinking, clearer mind. So it's going to targeted supplements to get that gut rebalanced and get rid of the overgrowth, as well as weekly check-ins and a lot of support when it comes to understanding where your cravings are coming from. So we meet once a week on Wednesdays starting January the 13th, and that goes for 4 weeks.
Dr. Cynthia, could you explain to people what Beamer and Unford Sonnet is, since that's
Right.
as an additional gift of signing up for Natalia's class today?
I threw in a bonus. Are there any other questions for Natalia? Because I'm actually such a huge fan of this program that she's about to do. Has anybody tried to clear Candida out of their body before? Show hands. Okay. Is it easy or is it hard?
Super hard.
What kind of stuff have you experienced? What happens?
Feel horrible during it.
Cravings get worse.
Gas. Anybody have the gas thing? If you didn't have the gas thing, you were not doing it right. There's the gas thing, there's the brain fog, it's the outcast thing. Yeah, my favorite phrase in clinic is better out than in.
So there's basically even the skin thing too.
Oh yeah.
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 But that's not fun.
No, it's not. Okay, so there's all sorts of things that can go cattywampus when you try to do Candida. And clinically, I observed that probably about 85% of people actually have this, and we accidentally feed the Candida, just not aware, by doing things like eating McDonald's or just eating foods that we're not thinking about it and not realizing that we're accidentally feeding this Candida. So point of all of this is that there's a very high chance you probably have it. It's not actually that easy or that fun to do on your own. And this is a topic that is so close to Natalia's heart that she's actually doing this program for $290 with all of the supplements included.
Wow.
And it is a phenomenal program. I've been playing around with it in clinic, and it's really, really, really powerful. Just on the, I haven't been having people to go through the program part of it, which is what you really need, because you need to know what is it that's causing this and what's happening in my body. So I am super, super, super excited about Natalia's program. I was so excited about it that I didn't even tell her that I threw in a bonus because I really wanted to help people through the process. And because it's a detoxification. So we have 2 phenomenal detoxification tools here, assistants. One of them is the infrared sauna, which primarily heats your body up, heats your blood up to the point where it starts to help kill off the pathogenic material. So that helps. Natalia, are you a fan of the sauna?
I am. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
She sneaks into the clinic early in the morning to get her sauna time in. Which I think is adorable. And then the other one is the Beamer mat or the Bimmer, which helps to increase oxygenation to your blood flow. So both of these, especially in combination with one another, help a great deal. So I just threw in a session because it's such a phenomenal, oh, hello, darling, come in. Because it's such a phenomenal program, I really wanted it to be an absolute no-brainer for you. So, okay, you get a little bit of a break. So please look at your neighbor. Please fill out this form. Say that you're going to do Natalia's class. Hand it to Kira. And then please look at your neighbor and say, I will be back in this room in 15 minutes. Go help yourself to Nibbles in the back. Or to healing sessions with Charlie. And then we'll see you back here in 15 minutes. Go talk to Charlie. You should talk to Charlie. Yes, you.
I should just
I know. Charlie, do you have somebody on your schedule right now?
I do. I have several people,
Okay, fine, bye.
but lots of time to chat after.
Okay, that's